My power has no end. This truth is deep within you, even when the storms of life tried to hide it. I am the one who created you, the one who has been with you even when you felt alone. I have seen you fall, struggle, and cry in private, hiding your wounds from the world, but never from me. Now, I speak to you gently, with the firm love of a father who cares. You have suffered enough. I know how heavy your soul has felt. I have heard the sighs that never turn into words, the thoughts that gather like dark clouds in your mind. But do not think for one moment that you are forgotten, or that your tears have fallen on barren ground. Every tear has been collected, every one has been counted. Nothing you have gone through has escaped my attention. Even when you felt like my silence was abandonment, I was holding you. I never stopped seeing you, never stopped caring for you. I, the eternal God, have been with you every step, even those taken in fear. I ask you now to place your trust in me and hold on to a calm patience. There is an appointed time for everything under heaven, and your time for restoration is close. What you have lost has not been the end, but a transition. What has hurt you has not been meant to destroy you, but to show you a strength you didn't know you had. I allowed certain things, not because I enjoy your pain, but because in my eternal wisdom, I am forming a character in you that will stand firm through future trials, a heart that will find peace in chaos, and a faith that will remain unshaken, even when everything around you shakes. From the moment you opened your heart to me, my plans started to work in your favor. Even when you couldn't see it, my angels were sent. Powerful forces have come against what I have prepared for you because the enemy knows the great blessing I am about to release into your life. That's why the conflict has been so fierce, not because you are alone, but because what is coming is great. An invisible battle has been raging, and you have been at its center. But do not fear. I am your shield, your strong tower, your refuge when you face trouble. I ask you not to let sadness take root and stay as a permanent guest in your heart. Do not make an alliance with pain. The enemy wants you to believe this will last forever, that this is your final portion. But I tell you, that is not true. Stay away from the voices that weaken your faith, those that try to pull you into hopelessness. Don't feed your thoughts with words of doubt or with those who have lost sight of my power. Instead, surround yourself with those who remind you of who I am, with people whose faith ignites yours, with those who point you toward my word and not toward fear. Everything you need is not a temporary fix, but a constant connection with me, which is the true source of your strength. I have seen the heavy burden you carry. I know every thought that has disturbed your peace, every worry you've carried, even for your loved ones. I know that this struggle doesn't only affect you, but also your loved ones, your home, and your daily peace. But even in this trial, I want to show you deep truths. I want to reveal parts of my character that can only be truly understood in the desert. It is not in comfort where trust grows the most, but in uncertainty where faith is truly tested. Cast your burden on me. Do not carry what I have already promised to bear for you. Stop trying to fix it all on your own. This is the truth I want you to grasp. I am the source from which all your provision comes. I am your shepherd, and you shall not lack. Even though the wait may feel long, I want you to understand that I am still working, even when you can't see it. Your role is to stand firm, strengthened by my power, and not to shut yourself off in fear or be overwhelmed by anxiety. Do not walk as if you have no hope, because my spirit is within you, and my hand is still leading your journey. Keep moving forward, even when you don't see immediate results. Keep praying. Believe. Keep word about. Even when it seems like the heavens are closed, I promise you they are not. Everything you've sown in obedience and faith will be returned. Do not turn back now. You are closer than you think. I am bringing the answer you've been waiting for. But not only will I resolve the situation, I will also transform you through it. This is one of your final opportunities to completely surrender to me, to stop ignoring what I have been speaking to you in many different ways. Do not delay your complete surrender to me any longer. Stay here. Listen to my voice. Remain in my presence, and you will see a new path unfold before you. I am the one who makes a way in the sea and brings rivers to the desert. If you trust in me and stay close, what seems like destruction today will become a testimony. For I am the God who restores, the one who lifts the fallen from the dust, and the one who places a crown of glory on the head of the humbled. I promise you, you have suffered enough. Now prepare yourself, because the new is coming from my hand. Listen closely to what I want to reveal to you today. There are things your eyes have not seen yet, battles I've already won for you in the heavens, even if you cannot see the victory on earth yet. Sometimes, what takes time to come is not because it's being held back, but because I am preparing you to handle the blessing without it overwhelming you. What is coming is not small, it is glorious. But to receive it, your heart must be deeply rooted in me, not in your emotions, your plans, or your own strength. Hold in your heart that I am your defense and your strength. There is no place safe outside my protection. When you face resistance, and yes, it will come in different forms, do not respond with anxiety. Don't rush to find human solutions that will only add to your burdens. Instead, turn your spirit toward me, place all your trust in my help. I do not fail, and my help does not come too late. It is timely, it is certain, it is eternal. I have seen the courage within you. I know how many times you have wanted to give up, but you are still standing. That strength comes from me. However, the season you are facing calls for something deeper, no longer facing it alone. You were never meant to carry this weight without me. Even though you have learned to be strong through your pain, even though you have built courage from your suffering, today I tell you, you need my help. I am your support, your shield, your victory. If you try to move forward on your own, exhaustion will surely follow. And not just physical exhaustion, but a much more dangerous one, the weariness of the soul. That silent tiredness that sneaks into your thoughts, making you doubt everything, even the promises you once believed in with all your heart. A tired soul becomes an easy target for the enemy. He is patient, watching, not attacking when you are strong, but when your guard is down. If exhaustion takes hold of you, the desire to pull away from our connection will grow slowly, and with it, your focus will start to fade. The path that once seemed clear will become unclear, and you will begin to question if it's worth it, if I am truly listening, or if you have understood my will correctly. And if you don't stay alert and careful, you may stumble. Not because I have left you, but because you have let go of my hand. And by doing so, your balance becomes shaky. This is when those who oppose you, driven by darkness, will approach. They know the grace I have given you, and they see the favor that surrounds your life. This unsettles them. Their goal is to make you fall, not because of who you are on your own, but because of what you represent, a light shining in the darkness. That's why they attack you with lies, confusion, betrayal, doubts disguised as reason, painful words, and environments that weaken your faith. They are after your essence, that fire I have placed within you. But today, I want you to hear this truth straight from my mouth. No force can defeat you fully because I am with you. I am the one who fights for you. I am the one who stands up when everyone else turns away. I am the one who gives strength to those who have none. And even though there will be times when you feel like you're losing, I am actually repositioning you, preparing you, and strengthening you for something far greater. Do not lose heart, my dear. Do not act out of hurry when what you need most is to remain still. I will bring the answer. It will not be just any answer, but a divine turning point that will change your life in a way only I can do. But it will happen when I decide, in my perfect timing, not yours. That is why I ask you for patience and trust. It is in that trusting wait where true faith is shown, the kind that believes without needing to see, the kind that rests in my faithfulness, even when everything around you says otherwise. That kind of faith opens doors. That faith moves my hand. From my hand, you will experience extraordinary victories, not just visible successes, but wins that touch your soul. Deep peace and unshakable joy, eternal wisdom, clear sight. I do not give you what the world offers, which fades and is temporary. I give you what transforms your eternity. Stop worrying about the timing, the methods, or the obstacles. Just have faith. Look to me, not the problem. Listen to my voice more than the noise of your thoughts. I did not call you to live under the weight of anxiety. I called you to freedom, to fullness, to victory. Everything you need is in my presence. Come back to it again and again, no matter how you feel, because even when you do not understand, I am still your God. I am not moved by emotions. I am moved by truth. And the truth is this: you are in my plan, you are in my heart, and you are under my care. And though the enemy may shout at you, my voice is louder. Even if others turn their backs, I remain faithful. Even if everything around you seems to fall apart, my word stays the same. And my word over you is life, purpose, and restoration. You not be afraid. This time of breaking is not forever. It's only a season, and it is nearly over. You have suffered enough. Stand firm, for what I have prepared for you is more than you asked for, more than you dreamed of, and more than you can imagine. I have seen every step you've taken. Nothing escapes my notice, from the smallest thing that has affected your spirit to the struggles you keep inside, too private to share. I have witnessed how, in the middle of all the noise around you, the silence within you has sometimes been the most painful. The exhaustion that weighs down your soul is not hidden from me, nor the effort you make to keep standing, even when you feel broken inside. And no, feeling pain does not mean you are weak. On the contrary, you have withstood more than you realize. There have been paths closed before you, not because of a lack of faith or because of mistakes beyond repair, but because those paths were not in line with the highest purpose I have for you. You have wondered many times if you are going backward, if everything you've lived has been for nothing. And in that whirlwind of thoughts, you have sometimes felt as though your voice is unheard, as if your prayers hang in the air with no direction. But it has not been so. Every word you've spoken hath been written down, every tear you've shed has been collected, and every cry hath been heard. Although my answers may sometimes seem delayed, they have always been on their way to you. There are things your mind has yet to understand. Sometimes, you view the present through the lens of pain, which is why things appear distorted. You cannot see the purpose because you are judging it from the wound, not from the perspective of eternity. But I promise you, there is a bigger work being done, something much deeper that goes beyond the things you can see. A transformation is happening in the unseen, shaping you into someone who will never be the same. I'm not just interested in changing your circumstances, but in changing who you are on the inside. And that requires time, a process, surrender, consistency, and trust. I have allowed moments of silence so that you can recognize my voice above the rest. With so many opinions around you and so many outside expectations, it's important that you listen from your spirit, not from the pressure around you. I have not called you to live under the weight of others' judgments or the demands that are not from me. There are chains that aren't physical, but they bind you more than any prison could. Unnecessary guilt, comparison, fear of failure, and the need to prove your worth to people who will never recognize it. I am breaking those chains too. Every time you felt like you were going backward, you were actually being redirected. Not everything that breaks is a loss. There are things that need to be broken in order for something better to be born. What you thought was the end of a chapter was often just a course correction leading to a new beginning. Yes, the process is painful. No one wants to go through pruning. But it is in that pruning where what is unproductive is removed, where things that consume energy but do not bear fruit are cut away. Everything that has been taken from you has not been out of cruelty, but out of mercy. I am clearing the ground of your life so that what is new, eternal, and true can grow. Don't try to find human explanations for what can only be understood in the Spirit. Some things may seem illogical according to natural reasoning, but they align perfectly with the design I am carrying out. The delays you faced have not been rejections, but preparations. In the right moment, everything will fall into place. I have been clearing your path of things you couldn't see, of influences that were clouding your judgment and affecting your ability to discern. I have worked in silence, without making big announcements, but with unwavering determination, because my desire is not for you to live a half-hearted life, but a full one, free and complete in truth and purpose. Do not feel condemned by the times you stumbled. Do not define yourself by your darkest seasons. Your worth is not in what you achieve, but in who has carried you through it all. The highest value has already been given to you, and nothing, and no one, can take that away. What many rejected in you, I have made holy. What others didn't understand, I am using to show my glory in ways you haven't yet imagined. Now, it's time for you to lift your eyes not to past mistakes, not to closed doors, not to things you don't understand, but to what lies ahead. And this is not about effort, but about rest, because you no longer need to prove anything. You no longer have to convince anyone, and you are not in a race for acceptance. What I have for you does not depend on your accomplishments, but on my faithfulness. Stay sensitive to what I am doing, even when it feels like nothing is happening. There are times when the fruits are not visible, but the roots are growing deep. Don't stop the process just because you don't see the results yet. Everything that is true takes time. Everything that is eternal is built in silence. And in the meantime, I am with you. Don't try to fight alone. Don't exhaust yourself trying to fix what only I can change. Remember, when you feel weak, it's not the end, it's a sign that it's time to stop carrying everything on your own. I am enough. My strength is available, not to those who pretend not to need it, but to those who recognize their need. There's no shame in asking for help. There's wisdom in seeking it where it truly exists. Even though the enemy has tried to confuse you, make you stumble, steal your peace, and fill your heart with doubt, he will not have the final say, because I have already planned your turning point. It will not be small or ordinary, but extraordinary, because I will not only change the course of your situation, I will make it clear that it was my hand at work. When that happens, you will realize it wasn't just about getting out of a problem, but about stepping into a new level of purpose. So, let go of the worry. Surrender it. Do not carry what I have already taken from you. There is nothing to fear when you truly know in whom you have placed your trust. And in that rest, in that surrender, you will start to see clearly what once seemed unclear. I will guide you step by step, with tenderness, strength, and faithfulness, because this is not the end. It is a part of the bigger plan. What is coming is greater, deeper, and more purposeful. Nothing has been wasted. Everything you've gone through has been part of the design. And although that design is often misunderstood, it has been shaped by my hands. There are times when the heaviest burdens aren't what you carry in your hands, but what is hidden deep in your heart. These are burdens that aren't physical, but they quietly wear down your hope. You felt this weight constantly, an unrest that sometimes you can't even put into words. It is not only the visible problems that drain you, but that inner tension that builds over time, the struggle between what you know I have promised and what has yet to happen. It's the space between the promise and the reality you see. I've seen how you've tried to hold it together in front of others, how you've chosen not to show how much it hurts, how hard the battle has been for you. But with me, there's no need to pretend. You don't have to appear strong before the one who knows you fully. I do not turn away from your vulnerability. I accept it with compassion. I do not despise your silence or your uncertainty. I understand them more deeply than you do. Where you see contradiction, I am weaving redemption. Where you see delay, I am working at the perfect pace. I am not asking you to be tireless. I don't expect you to have all the answers, nor for you to show unwavering faith every single day. What I ask of you is honesty, to come as you are, without layers, without masks, without pretending. Because when you come to me with an open heart, all that weight is lifted, and I can begin working in the places within you that you hadn't let me touch before. The restoration I offer is not just on the outside, it is complete. I'm not just interested in resolving your outward burdens, but in healing what has been broken inside. Don't mistake silence for indifference. There are times when I am silent, not because I am absent, but because I am working on a deeper level. When everything seems still, that is when I am arranging the pieces the most, moving things into place that you couldn't move by yourself. I have blocked opportunities that would have led you down the wrong path. I have closed doors that seemed like good chances, but would have quietly taken away your peace. I did this not out of harshness, but out of love, because I know the full path ahead. I see tomorrow as clearly as I see today. Not everything you desire is meant to be part of the path I've planned for you. Some things I allowed just so you could see on your own that they were not what you truly needed. There are prayers I haven't answered in the way you expected, not because I don't hear you, but because I love you enough to not give you something that would hold back the true purpose I have for you. What may seem like a loss isn't always one. Sometimes it's protection, a protection you won't fully understand until the storm has passed and you can look back with clear eyes. You are facing changes you didn't ask for, but they are necessary. I am guiding you down a path you hadn't thought about, because what I have for you doesn't look like what you've seen before. I am doing something new, and for that, you must let go of the old, not just externally, but in your thinking, in your expectations, and in how you view what you experience. I am renewing your understanding. I am teaching you to make wise choices, to recognize what is true, and to separate what will last from what is temporary. Do not hold on to what has already passed, just because it once brought you comfort. Sometimes, the hardest thing isn't letting go of what hurts, but letting go of what was good for a time but no longer belongs to the future. Do not fear the changes you cannot control. When I make changes, they always bring transformation on the inside, and that inner change is worth more than any external success. I am cleansing your perception, so you don't judge your life by the world's standards. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. And no, I haven't left you exposed. Even if everything around you feels fragile, there is a shield over you that nothing can break. I am working, even when your emotions tell you otherwise. Do not depend on how you feel. Rest in what you know, and you know that I have been faithful. Even in the darkest days, there was enough light for you to keep going. Even when you didn't know what step to take, there was quiet guidance holding you. That wasn't by chance, it was my purpose. Every step has a reason. Nothing has been wasted. I have used the most unexpected things to shape what will help you endure the days ahead. I have taken your weaknesses and surrounded them with my strength. I have allowed certain wounds not to destroy you, but to make you more sensitive in places where you were once numb. There is a growth that only comes through pain. Not because suffering is my ultimate will, but because in the middle of it, you discover parts of the truth that you wouldn't search for in times of comfort. Your life is not a collection of failures, but of divine interventions. Not everything that turned out differently than you planned is a mistake. Some of those crooked paths have been redirected to fulfill my purpose, even though you might not see it yet. I am redeeming what you thought was lost, restoring what was broken when you didn't know how to fix it. I will do this without needing any explanations or approval from others. My work in you does not require human validation. What I start, I perfect, and I never abandon it halfway. I don't change my mind about you. This time, which may seem pointless to you, is full of details that I am carefully weaving together. Even though you can't yet see the full picture, trust that I am working with precision. What you call waiting, I call shaping. What you see as stagnation is actually depth, because I am not building something small, but something strong, and strong things take time. But when it is complete, it will not be moved by any storm. Keep moving forward, even if your steps are slow. You don't need to run, just keep going. I'm not waiting for perfection, I'm waiting for surrender. And that's what you are already giving. That is what pleases me, a heart that, though wounded, still believes, that, even without understanding everything, still trusts. My power has no end. This truth is deep inside you, even though life's storms may try to cloud it. I am the one who created you in your mother's womb, the one who has been with you, even when you felt alone. I've seen you fall, struggle, cry in secret, hiding your wounds from the world but never from me. Now, I speak to you with tenderness and the firm love of a father. You have suffered enough. I know how weary your soul has become. I have heard the sighs that you could not express, the thoughts that gather like dark clouds in your mind. But do not believe for a moment that you are forgotten or that your tears have fallen on empty ground. Every single tear has been collected, every one has been counted. Nothing you've gone through has been overlooked by me. Even when you felt that my silence meant I had abandoned you, you were still being held by me. I never stopped seeing you. I never stopped caring for you. I, the eternal God, have been with you every step, even in those steps you took with fear. I ask you to anchor your trust in me and hold on to calm patience. There is a set time for everything under heaven, and your time of restoration is coming. What you have lost was not an end, but a transition. What has hurt you was never meant to destroy you, but to reveal in you a strength you did not know you had. I have allowed certain things, not because I take pleasure in your pain, but because in my eternal wisdom, I am shaping a character in you that will endure future challenges, a heart that will find peace in the midst of chaos, and a faith that will stand firm, even when everything around you shakes. From the moment you truly opened your heart to me, my will began to work in your favor. Even when you could not see it, my angels were sent to protect you. Powerful forces have risen against the blessing I am preparing for you because the enemy knows the impact it will have on your life. That's why the battle has been so fierce, not because you are alone, but because what is coming is great. An unseen battle has been taking place, and you have been at its center. But do not fear, I am your shield, your stronghold, your safe place in times of trouble. I ask you not to let sadness take root in your heart. Do not make an agreement with pain. The enemy wants you to believe that this will last forever, that this is all you will have. But I tell you, that is not true. Stay away from the voices that weaken your faith, that pull you into hopelessness. Do not feed your thoughts with words that lack faith, nor with those who no longer see my power at work. My beloved, I am so glad that you are here with me. You didn't arrive here by accident or by chance. Every step that has led you to this moment has been carefully guided by my hand. Even the moments that seemed confusing, difficult, or pointless. I have always been with you, even before you spoke your first word. I was already waiting for you in this sacred space where your spirit meets my voice. Let us begin this moment together with calmness, reverence, and a heart ready to receive what I have prepared just for you. I want you to understand something deep right now. I am not distant, a far-off idea or memory from the past, but I am here with you now, active and fully aware of every detail in your life. I am ready to speak to your heart with the tenderness of a father, with wisdom beyond your understanding, and with a love that will never end. Your presence here is no accident. I have created this moment just for you. You have responded to my call, even if you didn't realize it. I have brought you here because I have deep thoughts to share, eternal truths that will heal your soul and renew your spirit. I know the weight you carry, the burdens you've tried to hide, even from yourself. I know your thoughts, those quiet moments in the night when no one else listens. I know the questions you ask over and over. Does what I do really matter? Does anyone see me? God sees you, my beloved. Today, I want you to hear my answer in this peaceful space you've opened for me. I'm speaking directly to the deepest part of you, not to your outward appearance or what others think, but to who you truly are deep inside. You are my precious creation. What you are experiencing now is not just a break, but a divine moment, a conversation I have been waiting to have with you. I don't just want you to hear my words, I want you to receive new life. Let my words reach the deepest part of you. Open your heart to my care. Let my truth heal your wounds and my peace take away your fears. Breathe gently. Here, there is no judgment. Here, there are no human expectations. Here I am, your Creator, holding your soul with a tenderness that the world cannot offer. What I am about to share with you has the power to change the way you think, the way you view your past, and the way you see your future. So stay here with me. Don't get distracted. Don't let the noise around you drown out what I want to pour into your heart. Here is something I need to remind you of, something the enemy has tried to erase from your memory, something that life has tried to hide. But today, I am here to affirm with my voice what you did mattered. Yes, every action done with love, with faith, with quiet effort, and with sincere tears mattered deeply. Every act of obedience, every moment you chose to forgive even when it hurt, every time you helped without expecting anything in return. Every prayer that left your lips, even when you felt I wasn't listening, none of it was in vain. I saw you all. I was there, receiving each silent offering of your heart, and I have kept them as precious treasures. Maybe you felt forgotten, like the good you've done hasn't made a difference, like your efforts were lost in time or ignored by others. But I want you to know, in my kingdom, nothing is lost. Your tears did not fall in vain. I gathered each one. Your hard work was not overlooked. It's written in my book. Your choices for truth, goodness, and faith have left eternal marks. Your life carries a sound that echoes in heaven. Even though you can't see it now, every seed you planted with faithfulness is growing. The enemy has tried to convince you that it was all for nothing, that your actions were weak or insignificant, but he is lying. I am the truth, and the truth is that your life has made a greater impact than you can ever imagine. Keep listening. I still have more to say. Don't leave yet, because what's coming is just as important as what you've already heard. Stay a little longer. There are words still to be planted in your heart. What you're hearing is not made up or based on fleeting feelings. It is my voice speaking to you with purpose, depth, tenderness, and power. I am the one who formed you in your mother's womb, the one who has counted each of your days, the one who has been with you in every moment of your life, even when you didn't feel my presence. I have seen what others cannot see. I have understood things about you that you didn't even understand yourself. Today, I am here to remind you of this truth. You are not alone. You never have been. I have never stopped walking beside you, even during the times you thought you had lost me. I know your journey hath been hard. I know there have been days when your strength seemed to fade, and your thoughts were clouded by doubt. But do not give up. Your journey of growth has not been easy, but you have continued, and that perseverance has not gone unnoticed. It hath been celebrated in the heavens. Your desire to grow, to improve, and to come to me with humility and sincerity deserves my special favor. I have seen every moment when you chose to do what was right, even when it was hard. Every time you made choices that aligned with my truth, even when no one else noticed. I was there, holding you, smiling over you. The words you hear now are not just words, they are alive. They come straight from my heart to yours, born from my endless love for you, and they carry the power to strengthen your decisions, renew your hope, and confirm your purpose. Today, I give you a new and clear perspective. I open your spiritual eyes so you can see beyond what is visible. I call you to live with greater awareness, more clarity, and the certainty that you are being led by my hand. My divine presence is touching you right now. It is purifying you, restoring you, and transforming you completely. You are not the same person you were before. I have started a work in you that will continue until it is finished, and throughout this process, I will fill you with a patience that will help you stay calm. Patience to hold back your impulses, to avoid acting out of uncontrolled reactions, and to keep your mind at peace when the world tries to stir you up. This patience is not weakness, it is power held in check by my wisdom. I will strengthen your spirit, making it more resilient, stable, and mature. I will not let you fall back into the old patterns that once held you down. You will not go back. The mistakes of the past, the voices of guilt, and the memories that once chained you will no longer control you. I am giving you the strength you need to leave behind everything that has held you back. Old habits, relationships, thoughts, environments, anything that was not aligned with my purpose for you will be removed. It will be done with mercy, but with firmness. I am renewing your mind. Your thoughts will become clear, focused, and centered on what is right, noble, and just. The confusion that once clouded your mind will be replaced by a deep and steady peace. The lies you once believed will no longer have power over you. Words that were empty, promises that were false, and opinions that tried to tear you down will all be silenced. I will be your loudest voice. When the world shouts confusion, I will whisper truth to you. Your inner transformation will not be hidden. The light I have placed in you will shine so brightly that others will notice it. They may not fully understand the change, but they will feel the respect that comes from a soul guided by me. You will no longer be defined by your past mistakes. What you once did wrong will not be the last chapter of your story. My grace has covered you, cleansed you, and empowered you to move forward. With the clarity I've given you, everything changes. From this point onward, new possibilities will open up before you. Paths that were once closed will now open. Doors you couldn't see before will appear right in front of you. Opportunities for personal growth, stability, and purpose will come not just for you, but also for those you love. You will see well-being surround you, not by chance, but because of my active blessing in your life. Where there was once dryness, you will see life bloom. Where there was confusion, you will find clear direction. I am preparing a new path for you. This isn't just another path. It is the path I've always dreamed for you, a path of peace, free from the burdens that once weighed you down. You will no longer feel like you are walking in circles or living in the same painful cycle. You will move forward, moving with me, moving in victory. You have walked through storms, and the ground has felt unstable beneath you. No one fully understands the inner battles you fought or how many times you smiled while something inside was breaking. But now, I am leading you into something new, something better. But I know all of it. Every step you took, even in the midst of pain, every choice you made in silence, every time you moved forward without understanding, it is all before me. None of it went unnoticed or ignored. I was with you in every one of those moments that felt empty or without meaning. I saw what you didn't share with others. I understood things you couldn't even put into words. Even on those gray days, when you felt lost and directionless, my presence surrounded you, holding you, covering you, and keeping you safe. During those times of struggle, when you felt alone and empty, I was shaping you. It was a quiet process, but a deep and meaningful one. Inside, I was building something that no outside force can destroy. While the world looked for visible results, I was working in the invisible, in the eternal, in the things that truly matter. Before I give you what you expect, I needed to first build in you the strength and ability to hold on to it, to manage it, to not let it slip away. And though the process has been long, every moment has been worth it. What I'm doing in you is not temporary or superficial. It is eternal. You have changed, and you know it. What once controlled you no longer holds the same power. What used to trip you up has become a lesson you've now overcome. What once brought fear or anxiety to your heart, you now face with a maturity you didn't have before. And this is not just your doing. I have been with you every step of the way, correcting you with love, guiding you with wisdom, encouraging you in the quiet moments, lifting you up every time you fell, even when you felt you had no strength. The growth you're experiencing is the result of both your surrender and my intervention. There are parts of your life that once seemed impossible to change: your habits, thoughts, reactions, and fears that felt like chains. But I've been freeing you from all of it. I have been untangling the old knots, healing the wounds that held you back, and helping you see life, others, and yourself in a whole new way. Because true change isn't just about fixing the outside. True transformation starts from within, in the deepest parts of who you are. And that is exactly what I have been doing in you. A work from the inside, where no human hand can reach, where only my spirit has access. And now, what I've been working on within you will start to show on the outside as well, but not because you're trying to make it happen, and not because you need to prove anything. Others will see the changes. There will be a calmness in you that wasn't there before, a peace that will stop conflicts in their tracks, a strength that will protect your boundaries without the need for harsh words. This is not a learned behavior, but a true change from the inside. It's not a mask you put on. It's a new essence that has been born within you. What used to make you lose control will no longer rule over you. Peace will no longer be something you experience now and then. It will be with you all the time. Clarity will no longer be fleeting. It will stay with you. Confusion will be left behind as part of your past. This is not a temporary shift, but a complete makeover of your life. Everything in you is being aligned with a higher purpose. From now on, the decisions you make will not be driven by fear or need, but by deep conviction and clear direction. You will no longer be swayed by the pressure of those around you. Instead, you will be led by the certainty I've placed in your spirit. You won't react on impulse anymore, but you'll respond with a peaceful mind rooted in truth. Do not let the voices of the past make you question what I am doing in you. Do not listen to old accusations dressed up as memories. None of that has any power over this new phase in your life. What you left behind was buried by my grace, and there is no power in what has already been forgiven. There is no condemnation in what I have redeemed. Guilt will no longer be part of the foundation I am building in you. Repentance opened the door for change, and my favor has sealed that door with purpose. As you continue to grow, you will see that things that once seemed impossible are now becoming natural. You will feel a lightness inside that will help you move forward without the heavy burden of guilt, fear, or frustration. What once drained you will no longer have access to your life. The spaces that were once filled with confusion will now be protected by wisdom. Your decisions will come from a place of calm, not desperation. Your life is now taking on a clearer, stronger, and more secure direction. You have been prepared in secret, and now I am placing you in positions where that preparation can grow and thrive. This is not to lift you up for your own glory, but so that my work in you can be seen by others. It is not to feed your pride, but to glorify the faithfulness I have shown in your life. You are ready for this new chapter, not because you earned it through your own strength, but because you have been shaped with purpose, intention, and eternal love. The process is still unfolding. There is still more to be built. But the most important work is already happening. You are being transformed on the inside, and that is where everything else begins. There is a sacred movement taking place within you. Even if you don't always see it clearly, it is steady, strong, and purposeful. It's not a loud noise or a passing emotion. It's the quiet, steady work of my hand, clearing away the old to make space for the new. What once kept you stuck is losing its hold. You no longer operate from the same place. Something deeper has been planted in you, a conviction that doesn't come from you, but from my presence, giving you direction, identity, and purpose. You've started making choices that others might not understand. At times, even you may question if you're doing the right thing because you are walking paths you've never known before. But I assure you, with complete certainty, that you are not straying from the right path. You are aligning yourself. You've learned to distinguish between what seems good and what truly builds you up, between things that shine for a moment and those that bring lasting results. This ability to discern didn't come by accident. It is the fruit of the time you spent in silence, listening for my guidance, even when it seemed like I wasn't speaking. It was during those quiet moments that I shaped you the most, revealing to you who you truly are in me and what you need to release in order to move forward. There are parts of you that were formed out of fear, reactions, habits, and ways of thinking built to protect you from past hurt. For a long time, you believed those traits were part of who you are, but they were never part of your original design. They were just armor created by pain. I did not create you to live on the defense or to act from the place of a wound. That is why, out of my love, I have begun to tear down those old structures. Not to leave you exposed, but to clothe you in what truly belongs to you: peace, dignity, security, clarity, and balance. You are entering a new stage now, where you won't need to constantly justify yourself. You no longer have to explain your worth to others. You are starting to realize that your identity is not based on the approval of others, your achievements, or the opinions people give you. Your worth is not tied to what others recognize in you, but to the deep truth that I have planted within you. You are known by me, fully understood, and that is enough. Living from this truth will free you from a silent pressure that has drained you for so long. And in that freedom, you will begin to feel true joy, the joy that comes from knowing you can be your true self without fear of being rejected. You can show your true essence without the fear of being hurt. You will no longer feel the need to pretend to be strong when you are weary. You can say no without guilt and say yes from a place of true conviction. This is part of the new balance I am creating in you, a balance that comes from a harmony between what you believe, what you feel, and what you choose. You will no longer feel torn between what others expect from you and what I have placed inside you. I am teaching you to live with dignity, to make peace with your past without being trapped by it, to see your past without pain, your present with thankfulness, and your future without fear. You will no longer be bound by what could have been or the reasons behind the paths that didn't work. You are learning that nothing was wasted. Every experience, every closed door, every fall, and every new attempt has played its part in the perfect design of your life. Everything has helped form a strength in you that no longer comes from your ego, but from a healed identity rooted in my purpose for you. Soon, you will start to notice opportunities that once seemed out of reach. Not because they weren't there, but because your vision was clouded by insecurity, fear of rejection, or expecting too little. Now, I am teaching you to see beyond those limits. You will no longer see from a place of lack, but from a place of fullness, knowing that what you need is not far away but has been prepared for you. When the time comes, you will not receive it with anxiety, but with peace, because you will know that what is coming is not the result of a frantic search, but the reward of steady faithfulness. Everything you are going through has a purpose. There is a bigger work being done, and you are a key part of it. You are not just getting through the seasons of life. You are being shaped to bring purpose, to offer stability to others, and to reflect a peace that cannot be shaken by the storms of life. This is not just for your benefit, but through you, because your journey will become a path of healing for many. The struggles you have faced will clear the way for those who follow you. What was once confusion will now become clarity that you can share with humility. You have been set apart for something unique, not to live in isolation, but to be a living example of what my grace can do. And although the path has required surrender, obedience, and persistence in what seems unseen, very soon you will witness the real manifestation of what I have been building in you. It will not come with noise or pride, but with glory. There has been a quiet work happening behind the ordinary, a work deeper than you think, broader than you can imagine, and more strategic than you currently understand. You are not just passing through another phase of life. You are being placed within a detailed plan that was prepared long before you started your journey. You are not stuck in empty cycles. You are being guided toward a purpose that doesn't depend on your own strength, but on my will. Many times, you have felt like you were moving forward without a clear map, trusting more in faith than in human certainty. While this has sometimes made you feel insecure, what has really happened is that you've learned to live by the vision within you, not by the signs around you. You have learned, even without realizing it, to trust in the unseen. Though it has been hard, this has made you stronger, more aware of what is true, and better able to see beyond what the eye can see. There are things that weren't given to you before, not as punishment, but out of love, because you weren't yet ready to handle them. The desire was there, but the foundation needed to be stronger first. I don't give you things to see you fall under their weight. I give when I know you are ready to remain, build, and multiply. The time is coming closer because the foundation that was once weak within you has now been replaced with something strong that does not sway with the wind. And now you are able to carry what would have once brought you down. Your surroundings will start to notice this strength, not because you're saying anything, but because you are showing it through how you live. The way you face challenges will change. You won't react to difficulties in an emotional or impulsive way anymore. Instead, your response will be calm, measured, and balanced, not because you no longer feel, but because you've learned to manage your emotions without letting them control you. You have found an internal space where the noise of the world cannot reach, where peace is not affected by your circumstances, and where truth remains constant. As this happens, your relationships will also shift. Some connections will begin to fade, not out of anger, but because your life's direction no longer aligns with certain environments. Don't let this confuse you. Some people were meant to walk with you only for a part of your journey, not the whole path. Not everyone is called to be with you as you step into this new phase. Some have helped you to this point, and for that, you are thankful. But now, it's time to walk light, without the emotional weight that holds you back from what is coming. In this new phase, the choices you make will hold more significance. You will no longer make decisions out of mere need, but out of purpose. You won't accept things just because they are available, but because they align with what I've placed inside of you. You will learn to recognize what is genuine without needing lengthy explanations. The clarity I'm giving you will be like a steady light, not a quick flash. You won't walk in confusion again. Step by step, what you need to know for each season will be shown to you. Not all at once, because you don't need it all now, but enough to keep moving forward with confidence. What you once saw as weakness is now becoming your greatest strength. What once humbled you, broke you, and tested your limits will now stand as living proof of my faithfulness. What once made you feel ashamed will become a testimony of victory. What you hid because of fear will now be shared with courage, not to seek sympathy, but to give hope to others. It's not about you, it's about what my hand has done through you. My beloved, I am filled with joy that you are here with me. You didn't arrive by chance or accident. Every step you've taken to get to this moment has been carefully guided by my hand. Even the moments that seemed confusing, difficult, or meaningless. I've been with you always, even before you spoke your first word. I was already waiting for you, in this sacred space where your spirit meets my voice. Let us begin this moment together, with calmness, with respect, and with a heart ready to receive what I have prepared just for you. I want you to understand something deep right now. I am not some distant idea or a memory from the past. I am your present God, active, aware of every detail of your life. I am ready to speak to your heart with the tenderness of a father, with wisdom beyond your understanding, and with love that never ends. You being here is no accident. I created this very moment for you. You have answered my call, even if you didn't know it. I have brought you here because I have deep truths to share, eternal truths that will heal your soul and renew your spirit. I know the weight you carry. I see the burdens you've tried to hide, even from yourself. I know your thoughts, those quiet moments in the night when no one else listens. I know the questions you ask again and again. Does what I do really matter? Does anyone see me? God sees your efforts when no one else does. My beloved, today I want you to hear my answer in this place of calm you've created for me. I'm here to speak directly to the deepest part of you, not to your appearance or what others think, but to who you are in your heart. My precious creation, what you're going through is not just a pause. It's a divine appointment, an intimate conversation I've been waiting for. I don't want you just to hear words, I want you to receive life. Let my words go deep into your being. Open yourself to my care. Let my truth heal your wounds and my peace replace your fears. Breathe gently. There is no judgment here. No human demands here. Here, I am, your creator, holding your soul with a tenderness the world cannot offer. What I am about to share with you has the power to change the way you think, how you view your past, and what you expect from your future. So, stay with me. Don't let yourself get distracted. Don't let the outside noise drown out what I want to plant in you. There is something I need to remind you of, something the enemy has tried to make you forget, something that life has tried to overshadow. But today I come to tell you with my voice, what you did mattered. Yes, everything you did with love, with faith, with quiet effort, and with honest tears mattered deeply. Every act of obedience, every time you chose to forgive even when it hurt, every moment you helped someone without expecting anything in return, every prayer you spoke, even when it felt like I wasn't listening, none of it was wasted.